Thank you, Katie. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for those who are joining us today. Um, the war in Yemen is now over its 6 years, as Sam said, and has caused what the UN has described the world worst humanitarian crisis. The humanitarian situation has been gravely affected by the serious international humanitarian law violations and grave human rights abuses by warring parties on all sides of the conflict, including Ansar Allah, the internationally recognized government, and the Saudi UAE led coalition, and also, of course, other groups affiliated with these warring parties. Uh, Mwatana is a Yemeni human rights NGO that works on documentation of IHL and IHRL violations by all warring parties in Yemen through a team of field well-trained researchers on almost all Yemeni governorates. Since 2014, various local and international human rights organizations, the panel of experts, the group of eminent experts, have documented a wide range of abuses, including indiscriminate attacks, ground attacks, the use of landmines, attacks on health facilities, recruitment of children, arbitrary detention, enforced disappearance, and sexual and gender-based violence. Um, but these numbers seems to be not heard by some states. I'll just put here some numbers for you. Between March 2015 and March 2021, Mwatana documented at least 577 airstrikes impacting civilians or civilian objects, which killed about 3,820 civilians, including 966 women, 405 children, and wounded about 3,000 civilians. Among coalition airstrikes impacting civilians, Mwatana documented the use of US weapons in 25 airstrikes and British weapons in 5 airstrikes, and also one case of Italian weapon. Also, between March 2015 and March 2021, Mwatana documented repeated attacks on health facilities, including 35 incidents of airstrikes of the Saudi-led coalition. It's clear that all warring parties to the conflict, including Saudi UAE-led coalition, have committed violations that may amount to war crimes in Yemen. It's really frustrating that warring parties are still capable of getting arms, despite all the humanitarian suffer and all the reporting on it. I'm putting some more emphasis here because for a person who's working on human rights in Yemen, it's really frustrating because all of this suffer could have stopped 1 year ago, 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, if serious steps toward accountability and stopping to fuel this war with weapons. What we are calling states, including UK, is what GE, panel of experts, CAAT, Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, and other human rights groups have called on to stop transferring weapons to warring parties in Yemen and to do reassessment to all military cooperation with all countries involved in the war in Yemen and make sure they are not supporting those countries in committing war crimes in Yemen. Actually, there is a lot more for UK to do to end the humanitarian suffering in Yemen, including ensuring accountability in the agenda of UN Security Council and ensuring that UN Security Council should refer the situation in Yemen to the ICC to ensure comprehensive accountability. For the past 2 years, Mwatana have tried to map all possible avenues of accountability for Yemen. And it seems very difficult for us to go for possible avenues because there isn't actually much to do. But Mwatana have worked with ECCHR and other partners on a case for submitted to the prosecutor in Rome in Italy, and also communication to the ICC Office of Prosecutor. But this is actually not our ultimate goal. Mwatana is pushing for a well comprehensive accountability that address all the warring parties and all violations in Yemen, which could happen by referring the situation in Yemen to the ICC. Actually, with credible accountability and redress, this is the only real generator for durable peace in Yemen. In the absence of justice, the same individuals and entities that have already caused suffering for civilians in Yemen, including by undermining peace and stability in Yemen, will continue their acts and their behavior, threatening Yemen, the region, and the entire international system. Thank you.